Take a look first at the club email links. You'll see that this will come up and it'll show you the basic links you can use to quickly mail to either all members. You have something to say to the whole club, is the first one up there. The second one is all officers. If you need something related to the business of the club. Or if you want to click to individual officers, you can click on those as well. And that'll just bring up your email client and let you send a message. It'll send it from this club, from this site, technically. And if you're sending to a group, it doesn't show the whole group or the name of the group. It just addresses it to the individual for each one.
Click.
Another one I have up here is member downloads. These are the files that we can use so that if David had logged in, he could have downloaded a form with an explanation on what all he had to do to be grammarian. There's a second. If we click that, you can see the list and you just click the one you want to download. And you can then print it out. And there's a form in many cases, such as a grammarian form, and an explanation prior to that.
Click.
Oh, went fast. The EWT videos.xls is a Excel spreadsheet that lists all of the speeches we've recorded for our members, for all of our members, on YouTube. So if you want to go back and review one and you've lost the link, because these links are all gobbledygook letters. You know, it's impossible to crack that way, but it's still, you know, these are all unlisted unless someone's specified that it be public. And so the easiest way to find it is to download that Excel. You can sort it by your name and then find the ones you've done and click on the one. Those are hot links in all cases.
Click.
Now we're going to take a look at the Google Docs. By clicking the 4-week schedule, we will get to the first page.
Click.
And this is the one we will work with the most. So I'm going to spend the most time on this one. As you can see several things on this. But the first thing you need to do is let us know you're going to be here. This is the easiest way to confirm. You just first check with your name and see if there's a number after it, because you'll want to know if you have more than one role. So you find your name, in this case Ken, there was a 1 after it, and so I looked down and found Ken 2, and now I know what both of my roles are. So what I want to do is confirm that I expect to be here on this date, and you can do it in advance as well. And you do that by clicking your name and then clicking the bold icon at the top. And if you have more than one role, do it twice. You'll notice that along the bottom there are a bunch of tabs. These are all of the things we're going to be working with on this sheet. We're going to go first to the next one. It's the roles and forms, which can take you back to the previous roles. But this will tell you which roles and forms you need for your job. So if you look at Ken again, I had 2 jobs this week. I was a speaker and a topic master. And it shows which role or form I need. These all are self-filling. From that first page where your name is, it knows to put you in all the right places in all of these forms. Don't miss that. And to get there, you can click the link at the top. It by itself doesn't take you there, but it opens up a hot link when you click it. And the hot link then, when you click, will take you back to the roles and forms page on our website. And then from there you can download. Going back, the next thing we want to look at is the Speech Intros tab. This one is very important. This fills in a lot of different forms. There are instructions for the speakers on the top. I'll go over those right now. But they're there for you when you go if you've forgotten. We're not taking very fast shorthand here. And there are also instructions for the Toastmaster. Because what goes on this is necessary in both cases. You'll notice that I am the speaker. I didn't have to fill in my name there because it drew it from that first page. So all I have to fill in are the project number, the speech title, and my introduction. Now, the confusing one is the project number. And the reason it's confusing is because after you get through your competent communication manual, you have other manuals and they all have project numbers. But that's not the number you put in there. And the reason is it's one table that it's going to look up, and you can't have a whole bunch of the same number in that table. And the table is down here on the bottom. It's the last item. It's called manuals. So when you're in advanced manual, you
Click.
that one. You'll notice that competent communication manual is first, and its numbers line up with the project number that you would put in there, since it's first. So the first 10 are for the competent communication manual, but if you can see through that bottom red line, it's number 11, and that is, forget, entertaining speaker, project number 1. So you wouldn't want to put project number 1 in there, you put project number 11. And this lists all the projects of all of them straight down. So for me, I had to cruise down, slow click, to technical presentations, project number 5, and if you look off to the left of it, it's number 50. So that's where I got the 50 to put in there. And the reason I do that is because it's going to fill other forms based on that number. Forms that the Toastmaster needs. So we go now to back to the speech introductions page, and we'll talk about what the Toastmaster needs to do. Since you have entered your project number, your title, and your introduction, the Toastmaster needs to highlight cells A3 through B16, I think it is, yes. And then click the print icon up here, not the one for your window. The window print icon is for your system printer, but we don't want to print to the system printer yet. If you print this one, it will bring up a dialog that is going to be used to identify how you want to set up a PDF page. You'll notice the defaults are the current sheet, and it is not checked for no grid lines, and it is checked for landscape, and that's not the profile we want. We want to click the selection, because we selected A through B16, and to make it cleaner, click no grid lines and portrait, and then click OK. And now your print dialog box for your system printer pops up, and you can, I'm sorry, take it back. Now the dialog box for your PDF writer or reader comes up. I happen to use Adobe Acrobat, but there are a bunch of others. You can use any of them. It'll bring up, and I'll email a sheet to you that includes some free ones. But it brings up the print screen. This was before Kerry had entered his information. That's all completed now too. And this is what the Toastmaster will print out and take with him to the meeting to read the introduction. Now we go to the agenda front. Again, this is all filled out for you, nothing to enter. You just need to print it out, and you click the print icon again, and it brings up this dialog box. We want, this time, it defaulted to the cover sheet, we want that, but we do want to also click the no grid lines, and change landscape to portrait. And then click OK, and again, that comes up, and you click it and print. Or click it and a form comes up that you can then print from your system printer. And then we go to the agenda back. The reason for the agenda back is that now lists all of the objectives for each speaker, their title, which manual they're in, and their objectives. If you look at the back of your agenda, you'll see that those are printed there, because we vote on who best met their objective, not who was the best speaker. Otherwise, the best speakers always win. But the best speakers don't always meet their objectives the best. So it goes through those same issues, and that's it for that. I'm running out of time. I will email you a word sheet that contains hot links on it so that you can download, if you don't already have one, a PDF reader and a PDF writer if you like to use those. I do. It's a lot easier when I finish a document to just store it in a PDF form, especially if I'm going to email it out. Not everyone has Word or Excel or whatever, but everyone can read a PDF document with a free reader. Mr. Toastmaster?